our today's session. Today is 31st of August 2024. It is now 6:10 p.m. in Abu Dhabi. It should be 7:40 p.m. in India. And today's topic is expectations and manifestations on spiritual journey. So there were some questions posted into the group. So we'll discuss about the questions and together so that all of you can know what has been discussed and what is the answer. So these questions has been asked by Chaitali. So Chaitali, I can go ahead with your first question.
Yeah, Guruji. First of all, thanks a lot for addressing this issue. My first question is, praying to God is expectation or manifestation? Because every time when I pray, I ask for something, not materialistic, but I always ask for something. This is my first question.
Right. So this is... Okay, definitely when you pray, you ask for something. So now the question is whether it is an expectation or it is, that you're asking for something and it is for manifestation. To understand that, so let me go to a little bit of basics. So I have earlier also, I think, explained different thing, but it is important that we first create the background, then we'll come to the exact answer to this question. Expectation is created by our mind. It is some kind of expression of our ego. It is expectation. It is from the anticipation of external things to happen. Okay? So this is the ego. Definitely it is a projection of the ego. That is called ego. Then, by nature of our ego, it is always impure because it is not has the connection with the divinity. Okay, so it is always pure. It uses the mind, and based on that, it is asking for something. Nothing wrong in asking, but the thing is, sources from our mind, which is controlled by our ego. So, expectation is clearly the projection of our ego mind. Expectation also, and this also I have my own formula. It's like a formula for the happiness. Yeah, happiness is inversely proportional to the expectation. Like inversely proportional, if you know the mathematics, 1 upon expectation and the proportionality sign. So happiness and expectation in this formula, why I bring happiness? Because it is directly related, and this is how it is related. It is inversely proportional. Happiness is inversely proportional to the expectation. Both the things are related and they are the expression of mind. Okay, so they are the expression of ego. Happiness is also expression of ego, and expectation is also projection of ego. So both of them are different sides of ego, and they are related inversely. When the expectation goes up, then happiness goes down because they are inversely proportional. And when we lower our expectation, then when we get it something with low expectation, by we get it, then our happiness increases. That is how it is related. So most of the time we are looking for a happiness, and we get unhappy every step of our life, primarily because simple reason. It is we want something, we didn't get it. Or we want something to happen, it didn't happen the way we think. We expect somebody to talk some way or behave some way, it didn't happen. That person didn't talk or behave that way. We wanted to travel somewhere, that travel didn't happen. Or even if it has happened, it is delayed. Or it didn't go as per our plan. Simple. When we have that plan with the expectation, automatically develops, and it is a creation of the mind. When it does not happen the way we want, then we got unhappy. Okay, so this is how it is related. Why I'm bringing happiness into it? Because this is directly related, because all of us, we are looking for happiness. Whatever we do, whatever we say, whatever we eat, wherever we go, whatever we meet, we are doing it for our happiness. If we are not looking for happiness into that, our own happiness, we would not have done it. Will not unnecessarily do something which will make us unhappy, given a choice. Sometimes we don't have a choice. We have to do something, and in the bargain, we are become unhappy. I'm not talking about that. I'm just, even if I have a choice, what should I do? What should I say? And things like that. So whatever we choose, that we choose for our own happiness. That's it. That's why it is important to understand that. So far I have just explained about the expectation, and it is related to this happiness, and all we want something, nothing wrong in asking for it, But origin of that is our ego mind. It is not anything beyond that. And the expectation is always related to the external world, something we want from the external world. So even something is inside which is happiness, still external thing is needed to make us happy, right? So that is how it is. Okay. So this is how the expectation is. So now let us talk about, so in brief, it is mind creation and impure. It cannot the purity, because the moment it comes to the mind level, it cannot achieve 100% purity. That's clear, because the mind is, whenever anything processed through mind, it gets contaminated. So that's how it is. Next is about the manifestation. So what is manifestation? So manifestation is something which transforms from the energy level to the physical level. That is manifestation. Physical level or physical reality. Or the energy is become condensed into something, which is, we call it a manifestation. And then it reflects into the external or our life or something like that. And we need to understand that our soul knows everything. Okay. So anything to happen in our life, it must have contributed by our soul. If not directly implemented, at least soul has a full approval. That's why it is happening. Otherwise, it will never happen. Anything in the external inner world, whatever it is, unless until our soul, allows it, it will not happen. Simply, it will not happen in our life. Okay. So, in other words, you can say the manifestation is realization of soul's plan, or realization of something which is in the soul level, which is energy level. When it comes to the physical reality, that is called manifestation. So, as the origin of that is soul level, and our soul consciousness is connected to the universal consciousness or the divine. As the soul is connected to the divine realm or divine dimension, so whatever comes from that, its source is pure, because it has come from the divine consciousness level, not mind level. In the expectation, it was mind level. So come to the manifestation, you need to go to the soul level, and the connection of that soul level is established through spirituality. That's why the spiritual journey is coming here. We cannot have something, or understand something or request our soul something unless until we have a communication with our soul. And that communication is not possible by talking and thinking, because in the talking you are using your senses, and thinking you are using your mind. Both of them are incapable of establishing the communication with our soul. In fact, in a mind level, the thoughts become a noise for the communication, internal noise. So we have to quieten our mind first, which is called stillness of mind. Once the mind is still, only then the communication possible. Means any spiritual communication with our soul or any higher dimension, it must have, the first quality will be quieten our mind, is what meditation is all about. We practice meditation for one of the main purposes, this, just to quieten our mind, so that we can establish contact with our soul level. Our soul knows everything. So when we ask something from our soul, it is not coming from our thought or something. It is, we send some energy signal to our soul. That energy signal, we call it intention. Okay, it is not a thought, or it is not a word. It is like an intention, means it is a energetically, we quieten our, created the field, so that communication can establish. Then we send the intention. When we send the intention, then soul, it just, I think it checks that whether it is in our best interest or not. Not every intention get the return. So if souls okays it, then it materializes in our lives, and that is called manifestation. So that means what is happening here energetically, we have to communicate that what we are looking for, that is called intention, not what we want. We may want 100 things, but no energy signal has gone, no intention has been passed on to the soul level. That is useless. Nothing will happen. Nothing will materialize. Or if it happen for some other reason, or maybe soul will give something on its own, that is a different issue. But it will not reciprocate just simply by thinking and wishing. That's why it is called that soul doesn't understand our words or wishes. It understands our vibration, because vibration is directly connected to the energy. So the intention is vibrational message to the soul that we like to have this. Then soul gives it return, but then it happens in our life, and that is called manifestation. So there is a little catch here. In the soul level, there is no time and space. Okay, so it is quite possible when we send the intention and we get the result, there is a time gap. It can be fraction of a second, it can be few seconds, few minutes, few hours, few days, few weeks, few months, few years also. Depending upon what really we are looking for, or how much the soul, it requires that to get it for us. Also, soul checks our what is called capability to receive it. It is a little different word there. Our eligibility, our worthiness to receive it. We have to make ourselves worthy to receive that particular thing. Otherwise, soul will not give it to us. We may misutilize it, or it may be more harmful for us. So we have to, that's why one of the universal laws says that we have to increase your deserving capacity to receive something, not to increase the volume of what you want. You have to increase our deserving capacity. When we reach to the deserving capacity, then souls grants it, then it manifests. But there can be some time difference between when we are looking for it and when it manifests. That is why, in the physical level, it is very difficult to understand because it is beyond logic. So sometimes we don't understand why it's taking so much time, or at all we'll get it or not. It creates doubt. All of them are, ego mind business. But these things happens because it will be given only when it is in the best interest on us and the physical level. That is the time soul allows it to make it happen into that. Or if there is a multiple things are involved, then all of them need to be in place before it get it. That is why whenever something has to come, it has to, we call it, it will happen at its divine time. This divine factor is coming because it has been given by our soul. No, nobody else will come and interfere. There is no such thing. The God comes and interferes into all these things. Now, your question has a God into it. I will come back to it later on. First, you understand how this happens. So then when it is a best interest for us and we are ready, deserving part of it is we are ready, then it happens, and that is called the manifestation. Because our mind cannot understand that why it should take so much of time, it comes to the, like a fairness and the judgment, and it asks questions on those things. And that questions becomes coming from mind level, and those are the expectations. And that's why we get bogged down. Even if we get it, we feel that we failed. Our whatever we demand, that is not answered. That is not true. It will come at the divine timing, as per our soul knows everything. So that timing cannot be wrong, or it can be forgotten. It is possible if it is harmful for us, ultimately it will be stopped there because it will make us harmful, even if we don't see that. So these are kinds of things possible. Because of that, so that we unnecessarily don't get into this, on the spiritual journey, we learn how to go to that level when we can get rid of the expectation of the results. That's why the Bhagavad Gita says, Ma phaleshu kadachana. Why it says Ma phaleshu kadachana? We don't need result? Definitely we do. But it is not the result. It is the expectation. The time between the sending the signal and receiving, there is a gap. And in the gap, in the lower dimension, in the physical, time is everything. If you don't get something we want for maybe 2 months, we said we failed, which may not be true. Maybe we are supposed to get it after 6 months and it will come after 6 months. Higher dimension, there is no time, but we misunderstand that and we feel that we failed it. It's not. Nothing goes unnoticed. Nothing is failed, in that dimension. Everything is noted. Every millisecond, whatever things are going on with us, it is all, taken into account. Okay. Only thing is, for manifestation, it has to be energetic communication. It has to be intention. It cannot be wish and thought, in the mind level or talking or something like that. So it is in that level. Now let us come to your question about the God part. Yeah. So there is no such thing that God is approving and disapproving anything we want. It is our soul only. Yeah. So it is only our higher self that decides it. Which is in our best interest. It is with us for lifetimes, thousands of lifetimes, if not millions. And human body, minimum 700. So it knows exactly what really we need. But it responds, if anything which is not, so something is happening based on our past karma and soul's plan. It keep on happening. Even if we don't ask for it, it will happen because it is in the plan. Something which is not in the plan, for that we need to send the intention to our higher self. We can take any name to pray. Asking means praying, I'm saying, because we pray for something. Because prayer is the way to communicate to the higher one. Prayer has a twofold thing. When we intensely pray, our mind activity stops. So the requirement of stillness of mind achieved if you are intensely praying. So that is one aspect of it. And that is the time, that energy, that the gratefulness, that is the highest level we can vibrate in the physical body, attitude of gratitude. So when we pray, the first is mind is quietened and attitude of gratitude comes into play because we are praying. We are not demanding. We are saying, I need to get it. It is my birthright. We don't do that, right? At the time of prayer, we humble and just. So what happening is our mind is stopped. And this prayer brings the energy, the mode we go during prayer is an attitude of gratitude. That actually opens that connection. That's why prayer works. It doesn't matter whether you're silently praying or chanting, or it doesn't matter. Your mode in the physical level doesn't matter. Yeah. Ultimately, what you are doing, you are sending energetic signal to the higher dimension, to your soul, basically. You can take any name. It doesn't matter. No, you follow a certain God or this thing, or Jesus Christ or Allah or Buddha. It doesn't matter. No. It will go, your receiver there is your soul consciousness. And soul consciousness then connect to wherever it needed to get it manifested in your life. And also, as I said, it has got checks whether it is for our ultimate good or not. If it is not for our ultimate good, it will simply not happen. Soul will stop it at energy level. As simple as that. So anyway, so this is how it operates, and this is how it is get manifested. So God has no role to play here. It doesn't matter whose name you are taking while praying. It doesn't matter. It can be some deity. It can be some, something in the scriptures, or you name any photograph or any idol or all that. That doesn't matter. It will go to process through your soul only. So that's why we say normally, when you pray, it doesn't matter to whom you pray. But now I'm saying what we guide. All others, we might have seen me guiding you many times. I said, to whomsoever you believe, you pray to him or her. And also, at particular time of Kriya initiation, I definitely say this sentence. Also, I say, if you don't believe anybody, you are an atheist, at least you ask your higher self. You assume there is somebody beyond me, your higher self, you just pray to him or her. That's it. Okay. Why we do that? Because it doesn't matter what name you are taking. Why we say that you choose whoever wants to you pray, because with that name you are more comfortable. Your vibration will go higher if you take, suppose somebody, Bhakt of Krishna, Lord Krishna. He said, I take the Narayana or Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Fine. You take Krishna's name while praying, because in the Krishna, as you follow Krishna, in the name of Krishna, your vibration will go highest. In similar way, it may not go that much highest, that level, if you are, say, praying to Jesus Christ, say, or say Muhammad, it will not go to that high, just because it is your chosen, to whom you wanted to, pray. As simple as that. Same thing applicable for everybody. It doesn't matter to whom you are praying. Only we say that you choose, because that will give you the highest level of vibration. So the manifestation or whatever your intention will manifest much, much faster. Because your vibration is high. Your vibration is equally important, because your vibration, it makes your deserving capacity. That is why if some master prays something, the chance of manifestation is much, much faster. Why? Because the simple reason is the master vibration is high. Any enlightened master has minimum 700 vibration. Or if somebody is vibrating at, say, the 250 is a neutral. So more you go above 250, it is better chances. It may take few years, something like that. Then you go higher and higher, 500 plus, maybe, few weeks or something of that nature. When you go to the, enlightenment level and up these things, it is almost, you bypass the time. It manifests instantly, almost. Then what happens if you go higher than, 1,000, 1,500 and all those things? Those are higher level of masters. Okay. More higher you go into that vibration, that much kind of masses, the population can get that instantly. Okay. So it is no longer one person then. Suppose someone is vibrating at 2,000 vibration, then maybe 1 million people will get it in a fraction of a second. Yeah, if you go to the level of Babaji and all, it's for the whole humanity. Okay, I'm not going into that. It's a theoretical, intellectual discussion. But I just wanted to make it a point. The vibration decides how fast it will manifest by the law of attraction. Because your vibration will catch similar kind of vibration, and the vibration higher means more energy, and that energy what is needed to manifest what you want, it will be manifesting much faster, because that much energy it will be drawn and it will be manifested. Simple. Okay. So all right. So with this understanding, with the background now, Chaitali, you ask your question again. If possible, you can start your video, or this video is not working. Okay. Now I ask your question again. Yeah. First question again. Yeah.
Okay. First question is, praying to God is expectation or manifestation? Because every time when I pray, I ask for something. This is what that was my first question.
Okay, good. Yeah, now I think background is understood. Now let me give you exactly your answer. As expectation is your mind creation. So that it is impure to start with. So if you want something and you are praying, then you are bringing the purity into it. So in that, I will start another way. Yeah. So it is so that you will understand it much better. See, when we want to manifest something in our life, and we are the praying for it, then we are bypassing our mind. That as I explained earlier, and then with the soul get connection, it becomes manifestation. And other one is a mind creation, like expectation, what I told earlier. So now when you become enlightened, like soul's connection or the manifestation part is opened up, so then you go to the ultimate level in the human body. When not ultimate, like the spiritual goal is to get enlightened. The process of enlightenment takes your ego to be annihilated completely. Ego will be completely, removed. All your elements will be removed. And it will be there, but it will be like a servant, not like a boss. So when you say that I'm asking something, even if I'm asking for some spiritual thing, well, suppose you wanted to get enlightened, that's what you are asking. So is that your expectation? Answer is no. Because in this, you are asking for something at the soul level. In the process of it, ego will get dissolved. Ego itself cannot ask for its own dissolving. So it is not an expectation, because it is not created from the mind or created by the ego. It is created by your intention, your soul's, the intuitive voice inside you, which is the connection of your soul, that is looking for that. That is telling you, or kitna din idhar udhar ghumega, abhi ja aage badh. This is the time you have to walk this path, and you do it. So in other words, if all the kinds of expectations, or let us say the word desire, all kinds of desires are normally your expectations coming from your mind, except one, which is that one which is in spiritual in nature. If you are asking for something of spiritual development, then it is a pure form, and your ego cannot have, it is impure by itself. It cannot ask for something which is pure, or definitely it will not ask for the enlightenment, because enlightenment is a process to kill itself. It will be washed away. Existence will be questionable. It cannot ask that. So if you like to understand that way, anything you are looking for, which is in full tune of your soul consciousness, like your soul wants to have something in your life. If you are tuned with that, that is having the purity, and that will definitely manifest. It doesn't matter that whatever you are, thinking and otherwise. So in that case, those kinds of things, if you want in your life, those are not your expectations because they are aligned with your consciousness, soul consciousness. So, and those will get manifested. But some of them, if it is for the mind creation, and the another word is gratification, like you wanted to be happy, if it is something related to the senses and all the external world, that most likely it is that you want that, nothing wrong in that. Suppose you wanted to go to some place, you wanted to go for shopping, say, it is coming from your mind, ego mind. So nothing wrong in that. But if you want that, so that is coming from your ego mind, and that may or may not happen, but that is what you can ask. So how we know that whatever we are asking is expectation, or it is for that manifestation, or asking something to God, depend upon whether it is aligned with your soul consciousness or not. If it is not, then it is your expectation, and if it is, then it is your manifestation, your intention, which will be manifested. So this is the fundamental difference. That answer your question, Chaitali?
Yes, Guruji, thank you.
Okay.
My second, should I ask my second question?
Yeah, go ahead. Second question.
Second one?
Yes, go ahead. Second question. Yeah.
Okay. What is the difference between manifestation and expectation? Because I meditate for my mental peace and to reduce my burden of karma, so that it is also expectation.
Yeah. So now it is easy to answer because I've explained the background. Yeah. So reducing the karma, it is your soul's plan. Soul, the whole life we take just to reduce the karma. Our past karma need to be settled. So when we take a life and go with that, and if our intention is just to reduce the karma or get out of the karma, it is fully aligned to your soul's plan. So definitely it is not an expectation. It is just you choose to align with your soul's plan. So it is not an expectation. It is fully with the approval of the soul. It will play out in your life. So it is not. If it is related to karma, or if you wanted to have something like you wanted to have some spiritual growth, or you wanted to have something, some selfless act, like you wanted to, donate something, you have to offer some service and take care of somebody and things like that. Those are not your selfish acts, and those fall into the category of your, like a good practice of it. It will be fully aligned with your whatever your soul wants. Like soul wants to lead a holistic life. Holistic means fully aligned with the divine. Anything you choose which are fully aligned with the divine, those are things which is not a part of your expectation. That's not your mind game. Those are aligning. Sometimes I just mentioned a few minutes earlier that something may be intuitive voice. You feeling an inner call to do something or to help someone or do some service, provide some service or donate somewhere, etc. Those are your inner call. They came from the soul only. So those are not. When you go into that, it will manifest much, much faster, and you will be fully aligned with that one, and you can walk the spiritual path much, much faster into that case. Okay. So those are not your expectations. Those are fully aligned with your divine, activities, and or if you do something for any guru or for spiritual purpose, that is a guru karya. Those are not expectations. Those are for your getting that to energetically connect to the higher vibration, so that on return you will be blessed with all those things, whatever will transform yourself. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Third one is, I'm walking in the spiritual path to attain something. So again, that is my expectation.
Yeah. So that is So only one expectation our mind cannot take, our ego cannot take, that is to get enlightened or to walk the spiritual path, to make it simpler. Because as I said, in the spiritual path, it will get annihilated. It cannot take its suicide and ask for its own suicide. So that is only one, desire to get enlightened. That is not coming from your ego mind. That is clear. Okay. Or other things maybe, depends what type of desire they are. So as I said, if it is aligned with your soul's plan, it is not the expectation, or it is good things, and whatever it is, if it is not in the soul's plan, it is only for your gratification or happiness that is coming from your mind level. So in that case, it may not be. Yeah. So, but spiritual growth and enlightenment is definitely not, not the desire coming from your ego mind. It is not an expectation. It is your inner call that you are responding to. You have not created it. Ultimately, you have to walk that path anyway, some life or other. And when you are ready, some guru will appear in your life and they will guide you. So in this case, it is not, if any decision you take on the spiritual journey in the positive direction, it cannot come from your ego. So those are not expectations. Even if you want something, so one thing, better or, good and things like that. So this is not, it is not coming from your ego. Okay. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Last one is, I have learned that in spirituality, I shouldn't have any expectation. But still I'm expecting. Yes.
Right. So again, this is now it is very easy to answer this question with this all background that I have explained. So expectation of the result, mahafalashu kadachana. So you have to drop the expectation of the result. So how you do it, in this? See, let me explain this way. On the spiritual journey, we grow in awareness, spiritual awareness. Then we come to a stage when we know, knowingness comes. We are aware that whatever is happening, that is in our best interest. If anything, we allow that to happen. If we don't interfere, it will eventually happen as per our soul's plan and what is our best interest. It automatically happens. If you meet somebody, the person will appear. You have to learn something, the guide will appear. If you have to go somewhere, some pilgrimage, etc., opportunity will come to go there and things like that. Okay, so this kind of stuff. Now, for this, in this case, how our mind comes into play into all those things? We normally, our mind is a critical. It analyzes too much. And because of that, whatever we get into in front of us, it criticizes it, it tries to evaluate it and try to, get best out of it and, profit and loss, it analyzes and all these things and make it very, very complicated. We don't go with the flow, which automatically comes. We judge, we do many things, and the mind cooking, that makes it difficult. So that is the reason we are not getting the results what we deserve, actually. Because our mind comes in between and does something, or our behavior changes, and that becomes the obstacle or stumbling block that we may not be able to overcome, and that's why we are not getting the result. So what is the way to get the result? First thing is you accept what is. Whatever is there in our life, you have to accept it. You cannot improve something without accepting where you are. And this is a fundamental mistake almost all of us do. We criticize what is. With criticism, you cannot go higher. We have to accept what is. And then you bring all your energy and the prayer or whatever it is, look forward to, look up and try to find out the ways for the next step, etc. And then it will manifest. what we do, we don't like whatever we have, and we get criticized too much. In this case, what is happening? Whatever you are in, no, that has been manifested in the past. You only manifested your soul level. It is manifested in your life, and we are criticizing it. You cannot manifest more by criticizing it, whatever is already manifested. Your future manifestation that become a stumbling block to your future manifestation, because you're criticizing current manifestation. Means in the past, whatever has been manifested. Like, dislike, these are all our mind game. So that is why on the spiritual path, we learn to accept things unconditionally. When we do that, and then we pray, again, pray doesn't bring more mind game like expectations. That's why it is said, Ma phaleshu kadachana. We pray and leave it to our soul consciousness, leave it to the divine to manifest, and let ourselves be free. Let ourselves appreciate whatever we have. Because so from the acceptance, why I'm saying appreciating? Because when we appreciate, then our vibration go up, then we attract more. So only by appreciation, our vibration can go higher. And the law of attraction again can make it happen faster, whatever now we want. The future manifestation will materialize if we keep our vibration high. So spiritually, it is always, that's why all the gurus and guides, they teach that. Yeah? Don't make yourself down and look upon it negatively. Sometimes you may need to just forcefully have to keep your mind there, because if you lower it, if you criticize and get frustrated and sad and poor me syndrome, we call it, downward spiral. If you do that, we are reducing our vibration. No, if it is supposed to happen, it will not happen because our vibration got lower. I call it, if to cook something, you need to heat up the pan. If the pan got cold, no amount of, whatever you put there, the curry will not happen. No, it will not be cooked. So keep your vibration high. And to do that, if you do that unconditionally, you leave it to the divine, you take care and accept what is, then your next manifestation will be much, much faster. Because you are not criticizing. Yeah. If you criticize, it will run away from you, whatever you have. Okay. So if you appreciate it, accept it first, it's neutral, then appreciate it, go higher, then your next intention will be happening much, much faster. While criticizing and poor me and what's wrong with me and all these things will not make the things get manifested faster. It is all the reprogramming we need to do within ourselves. And why reprogramming? Not to impress anyone or not to get a good thing from the God. No, from ourselves. If you don't change our vibration, it will not happen. Because it is said that universe doesn't listen to your words or your wish. It responds to your vibration. If whatever your vibration, you will get accordingly. So that is why always we have to try to vibrate high, no matter where we are. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And nothing is permanent in life either. Yeah. Ups and downs in the part of life. No path in the world is straight, plain, and all along straight. Never. It's not possible. Same as life. Ups and downs will be there. Potholes will be there. Sometimes car will break down. It's okay. We'll take care, repair, and move on. Like that. Okay. So this is how we approach life, and this is how we manage the so-called expectation, and that is how we manifest. Starting is acceptance. And then go on further, appreciate whatever we have to raise our vibration. Then the pray that with attitude of gratitude and make it much, much faster. Okay. So what was the last line? It is not a question, but you have some conclusion. One line is there. No, I have given posted into that. What was the last line?
Last line was I have learned that in spirituality, I shouldn't have any expectation. That was my last line.
Correct. Yes. No, that is correct. Because in the spirituality, what we learn? We learn to meditate. Okay, meditate is what? Meditate is calm down your mind. When the mind is silent, you are in a no thought zone, then expectation will automatically disappear. Okay, so that is what we learn in the spirituality, and that is a technique. I'm not saying we should not have any expectation. No, I'm not saying that. But if you want to manifest something, or if you want to have something in your life, some new thing in your life, expectation is not the way. And criticism is definitely not the way. The ideas are better, why you give me all this in this shit in my life, I need much, much better. No, you are criticizing. No. Criticizing what you yourself manifested earlier. Okay, you cannot go higher by criticizing or pulling it negative, vibrationally negative way. So we have to keep ready and go for things. So I hope the logic is clear. Yeah. So how it happens and all those things. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless.
Guruji.
Okay.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God. All right. So now let me a few points. I think the similar topic I wanted to just give thing and okay. So I already explained the expectation is cause of all unhappiness. And suppose there are few other things I'd like to discuss on that one. Some people ask me, how do I know what is my soul's plan? What I should ask? I don't know anything. So how do I know it is my expectation coming from mind or my soul? Is a very common question. So let me address this now. See, first thing you have to calm down your mind, because if mind is noisy, internal noise is there, you cannot get anything. Forget about that. Always you get garbage in, garbage out. And if your mind is not stable or not quietened, you will not get any of that messages or intuitive voices or something like that. So once you calm down your mind, then through meditation, of course, kriya and meditation, you calm down your mind. Then you simple ask your soul, please guide me. If you see during our meditation, group meditation, end of our 6th step, we come to a level, we go and say, now you ask your higher self. It knows everything. It will guide you. It is as simple as that. Okay. How do we know my soul is asking? Soul is always present. Only thing, condition is to quieten your mind. It is a benefits twofold. And one, the question or your queries or intentions and the response will be clear. And secondly, you will vibrate high. Thoughts takes most of our energy, maximum energy. So when you go to the thoughtless state, your energy, the reservoir, will go much, much higher. You will see your food intake will reduce and things like that. There is no need. Also. And things like that. So that your energy will be always high and your aura will be bigger and things like that. And those will help you to manifest whatever you are looking for much, much faster. Everything will have it, like that. So this is the way. So one is that. More higher you go into the spiritual path. Sharmishta, I will come to you. I will ask you. Let me just finish this explanation. Yeah. More you higher into the vibration, the manifestation part I'm explaining, how they can more and more things get manifested. If you inherently vibration high, then the capacity will go higher and higher. In the beginning, I was explaining that how different vibration can manifest different level of things. Lower you have, if you go to the negative territory, it will never manifest. Okay? Because if it is below 250, so if your mind has a negative thoughts, forget about manifestation, nothing will happen. Whatever you want, just opposite may happen because you are in a negative territory. So 0 means, okay, there is a possibility of something happen what you want. More you higher you go on the positive side, it will take longer, but it will happen sometime. If you cross 500 plus, then manifestation will be visible. Like within, days or weeks, it will happen. Like there will be still some time, but when you cross 700, enlightened and all these things, so it will be almost instantaneous. Energy level, by the way. It depends on the physical level, how you need. Suppose the multiple people involved, so all of them are availability, their soul span, everything, all need to be there. Yeah? But energetically, it will be granted. Okay. And that is how we channel healing or some situational thing energetically. But it is important to happen that first energetically. Then it will manifest as per divine time. Okay. I explained what is meant by divine time earlier. Yeah. So it will manifest, and then, but your energetically, there is no contamination. You go to the purity with a grateful heart, you are doing that, and that will manifest. Okay. By the name of heart, let me tell you one thing. To manifest at the highest level, or fastest, because our calibration of time best, what you really need to manifest something in your life at the highest level or fastest, it is pure love. If you are operating with pure love, not to managing love, if you be love, you radiate love from that, that is the highest level of the energy you can contain in the human body. That's why you call be love, means for every, whatever several trillion cells of your body, all of them are emanating love vibration. Instantly you will manifest. I was saying the same thing in another words, that whoever enlightened and all these things, they can instantly, how they instantly manifest? Because every cell of their physical body is radiating pure love. Okay, and that's why the manifestation will be much, the faster. So this is one thing. Another thing I should also, I was talking about the acceptance. Yeah. So sometimes what happens is, before manifesting something, I'm just taking the normal experience. Yeah. Before manifesting something, it goes into the negative cycle. It is also quite common experience. This is the one reason the masters are really careful. Because manifesting everything, and that is where I was talking about the deserving capacity. Deserving capacity means whether your ground is strong enough to hold the rebuff. I will explain what I mean by rebuff. Okay, now let me explain. To get a bigger structure, you need that much kind of depth of the foundation. Without foundation, you cannot build a big structure. The bow and arrow case. So before the arrow which will go the longest, before that, the bow has to come, the string has to come in a tension, and it has to reverse back and heavily stretched, and then you release, it will go. So you need to face this. The people who cannot pull it back cannot throw your arrow much, in the longer distance. A little bit arrow goes and drops there. In the rocket, which goes to, say, in the space, you see that whatever the rocket fuel, that goes always in the reverse direction. Whatever the below the rocket base, that may be burned with all those things. Yeah, huge amount of force, the rocket fuel with a fire goes opposite direction. It has to go to the other side, no? It is not going in the top side. It is going the bottom side. So if you need to send a very big rocket to the space, your foundation needs to be that kind of strong, which can withstand that force and the fire with the jet fuel or whatever fuel. That is to withstand that, so that the rocket can move up. That is called deserving capacity. So sometimes the biggest thing is not happening because our base is not strong enough, because it cannot withstand the rocket fuels, that force with the fire which will come onto the base. It itself will not move, but it has to withstand that heat, withstand that force, to rocket to move maximum. Yeah. So this is the understanding of that. So if you want to manifest something, be aware of this part of it as well. If you are not capable of holding that kind of reverse force, then highest level of manifestation will simply not happen. Same thing, I give an example of cooking a curry and the pan is not heated enough. in that case, the pan has to go to that level of energy and it should withstand that kind of heat. That's why the cooking is not possible in a plastic plate because it will burn with the type of heat it needs for the oil to cook. Yeah? So you need maybe the steel plate or something like that in the metallic plate, and then you can put oil and all, go to the high level. Maybe it will go up to the 150 degrees Celsius or whatever, and then you cook. But if it's not 20, 30 degrees, it will not happen. Nothing will happen. Same here. So to raising the heat before it manifests, suppose the cooking is the manifestation, outproduct of the whole exercise. As the output is the cooked food. But for that, you need to have the high level of temperature so that the pan can hold that. We cannot keep a plastic plate there because it cannot hold that kind of amount of temperature. So it is useless as a cooking pot. So we need to select that and has to go to that level, use that oil also, which can go much, much higher than the water. So that we can, the high temperature it can hold, and the cooking is what will happen. If it needed, we need to pressurize it, put a pressure cooker on top of it. And the pressure also, it will be much, much higher pressure than the atmospheric pressure. So the heat, temperature, pressure, everything put together, then the cooking will happen. Yeah. So as the manifestations. So we need to be, all this needs to be done so that it can happen. Things are output, products are delivered, in the fastest possible time. All right. Okay. Dharmishta, you raised your hand earlier. So go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I have a problem of forgetfulness. I am kind of forgetting, but it's okay. I think what I wanted to ask is, what is is there any link between how your personality is and whether you have a thinking mind or not? Because for myself, I have seen, my personality is to be calm and quiet. I don't talk much, but sometimes when my mind is racing, I tend to talk a lot. So is it big? So do you see any connection there?
No connection. It is a personality traits. People are different and they're unique. Okay. So this is not directly related to it. Only thing what I mentioned is while manifesting something, you need to quieten your mind because otherwise it will be noise.
So quieten my mind. I have seen when my mind is quiet, nothing much is coming in my mind. I'm not thinking much. Then my demeanor is also very, people can see from outside that I'm very calm and quiet, and, it can be felt from outside. People have noticed it. But when my mind is racing, then also it is visible from outside. I am more active, more it's different from how my normal self is. So so people who are, do you think people who are very talkative, their mind is also talkative, or their mind is also chattering, and vice versa, or it has no connection?
There is no direct correlation. Okay. Because somebody can be talking, maybe stupid talk, all the time talking, but mind is not working. It's quite possible. Okay. Some people, their mind is very active. Okay. But whatever they say, it is very complicated, short, but complicated. Okay. So these two are extremes possible. The mind and words, they can work differently. Yeah. Nothing proves either way that. But let me say this, on the spirituality, we something called character. Okay. Character means, character is nothing to do with the morality and all this kind of stuff. It is in the spirituality, means congruence of thoughts, words, and actions. Whether you talk a lot or less doesn't matter. If whatever you think, that's what you are saying and that's what you are doing, you are in a congruence.
Okay.
Yeah, that creates the level which goes into the spiritual. And if it's non-congruent, doesn't matter how much you talk, but the talk and thought are not aligned, and again the thought and deed are not aligned, then it is an internal chaos. Okay. This is much away from the purity. Okay, these are not spiritual. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Okay, Vani, go ahead.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam.
I have a question regarding to be connected with my higher self. Is it supposed to be in my destiny, or it appears in my destiny with my efforts?
Okay, no, good question. See, let me put it first. Let me just answer your direct question, then I'll give you the background. So, this is going to get enlightened is not your destiny. It is your free will choice. Okay, it cannot be destined into this. Yeah, that is answer to direct answer to this question in brief. Yeah, but let me give the background. See, initially what happens, soul has its own plan to experience different. I'm not talking about the lifetimes, not in this life. Soul has some kind of plan and it executed in the different lifetimes. Unless until those experiences are over, soul will not exit the plane. So on those lives, we call it young soul. Means they're still experiencing. So in that case, enlightenment is mostly not possible because you didn't finish the original plan. Okay. So normally it takes, total they call it 777 lifetime, in human life it needs to that. Okay. So first 700 is like that. Okay. First is the original plan and then the karma and all this kind of things. Then the next about 50 lifetimes, it is start searching for the answer because by the time soul got matured with experiences, something from inner call will come. This is not, it searches for the meaning of life. Not only doing and happy, eat, drink and be merry means happy. This is life already gone for several hundreds. What is the purpose of life? Then they start this meaning and the inner questions. And they start looking for it, they don't get it. That is called the seeking. It goes into 50 plus lifetimes, just seeking. It triggers different types of experiences happening. By the time it has already enough experiences, what it came for. But it is settling its karma and looking for some answer. It can trigger in some situation, or they just get attracted into some kind of topic or that interests that and things like that. Then when they are serious into this, then last few lifetimes, they get earn enough of that seeking thing, then because divine knows everything, soul knows everything, then they make arrangement so that the incarnated body, incarnated person, they meet with some living master who can guide. Then when we are ready, then the Guru appears. Then again, there is a free will choice whether we have to work or not. That, it can happen in the first life or it can go up to another 7 lifetimes till we actually complete that journey, the guidance. So this is how it works. So in that way, it is not about the destiny only. Okay. Why destiny comes? If you already completed all the previous experiences and seeking for 50 plus lifetimes, then you can say that is your destiny to meet somebody who can guide you. But again, you have the free will to accept somebody say, no, I don't like this person. Who this is, why I should follow them. It will not happen. Something like that. So in that case, if you say the destiny, so that is the destiny. You can get a guide. Yeah. But whether to work or not, whether you get enlightened or not, it is completely your free will. If you follow and then the guidance, it will lead you there. That is pakka. Because your soul only chosen it. Okay, but at the same time, you have a right not to follow the path. It will shift to another lifetime. That's okay. So it is like that. So enlightenment in that case, it is not destined. Meeting with the Guru, that may be destined. Because you are ready. It shows that you are past these things are, if you are not into that category, nobody will appear into your life who can have that knowledge of the truth, can pass it on to you and your language, your understanding. It is not possible. Or by reading a book and all those things cannot make you enlightened. You need something more than that. You need actual experience, and that no book can give you that. It is nice to read, it's good. It's a mind level. It is calm down your mind, and it will give maybe culturally good, bad, and all those things you can understand, but not enlightenment. The enlightenment is completely, it is experiential. That's why you need a physical guru, to guide that. Okay, so I hope I answered the question.
Yes, thank you, Guruji.
Okay.
The only thing I want to say is I want to get connected with my higher self, or in this janma, because of your guidance. That is why I wanted to know, like, how it's like, is it going to come in my destiny, or like, is it like based on my efforts and all that? That's why.
Okay. Yeah. So as I said, there is a two-part answer. You have a free will, and if your free will, I'm assuming your free will, you're using it, say yes, and you wanted to do whatever possible from your side to, I'm assuming that. Okay. Anytime you have a right to drop out. Okay. It will not happen. Free will. So I'm assuming that is not the case. You are, you really, what we call lagan mein agan hona chahiye. You are passionate about getting it done. So from that, I'm removing that possibility. Okay. With that, let me tell you, in this lifetime, you have come to know the name of Bahavatar Babaji. It will definitely happen. It's just a matter of time, and you are walking the path. It is inner transformation that what do you do and how much time you spend on spirituality and what you talk and what you this and all, it doesn't matter. Opportunities will be revealed to you. It will come to you. You have to just walk the path. In my case, it happened within 2.5 years. And before that, I was not even I don't have any puja set up in my room, in my house. I never used to put a agarbatti also in the evening. From that, and I was, the alcoholic and all this kind of stuff. I was not a very highly, what is called, a religious person that if something can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. Okay. But yes, what I did is, whatever my guru said, I followed that, without questioning, without using my own brain. Whatever thing, this program, that program, attended everything. Some program maybe 3 times, same program. I didn't allow my brain to, to come and asking for all those kind of stuff. But it did happen. Phalena parichayate. It did give result. So that's why I'm saying it is guaranteed. If it is not happened, you could not have come to know the name of Babaji. For sure. You say that plenty of people, they don't know. And which is very, very common, Okay. But anyway, not only that, you get Babaji's representative is guiding you. What else you want? Or Moksha Guru. Okay. That itself shows the sign that it will definitely happen.
Thank you so much. It gives a lot of relief. Thank you so much, Guruji.
God bless you. Okay, Monali.
Yes, Pranam Guruji. I have this is my personal experience. Even I am feeling low, but I feel I am grateful for whatever I have. So, isn't this contradictory? I am feeling low. That means I am vibrating in lower, but still I am grateful. I feel that. Is it my ego mind talking to me that I'm grateful, or what it is? Sometimes I get really confused.
Okay. No, good question. So, see, during the whole explanation, I have given, I explained about the acceptance, Acceptance of what is. Even though something negative is happening, in our life, so-called negative. Okay. You never know. It is that arrow which is going back to move, when it is released, it will go much, much further and hit the bullseye. We don't know. We are crying because we are thinking where it is a painful experience. Like a surgery, surgery, you have to operate and some knife and all, you put it into our body and it will be painful. Yeah? Means I'm talking after anesthesia thing is over. It is painful. You cannot move. There is a bandage and you have to take a rest at the home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month or something. It is painful, but it is for our ultimate good. If you accept that surgery, that pain, then we'll enjoy the results. But if with that we say, no, it will be painful, I will never do that, nothing will happen. Suppose there is some, say gallbladder stone need to be removed. If you're not taking the pain of that surgery, it will never be removed. We will suffer lifelong. And in our equivalent terms, that is exactly what all of us we are facing in our lives. We have an ailment, but to remove that, you need certain process. That's what I was explaining about. You have to heat up the pan. You cannot have the cold, the pot and cook there. It's not possible. You have to take the pain of that heat. You have to withstand that. Then cooking will be happening. So, to answer the question with this background, if we accept whatever happening, even negative, accept, wholeheartedly, that means you are aligned with the divine plan, divine wish, which may be surgery and then recovery. That may be arrow going back and then front. The road is going down and then up will come. If you don't move, we say road is going down. Yes, but once it goes down, only then it will come up later on. If you don't move forward, looking it is going down, you will never reach your destination. As simple as that. That is why I'm just giving you my personal tips now, how we dealt with it. I have surrendered, my life to Babaji, that I told that. I surrendered even the bad experiences. This is not only good and blessings only I'm surrendering and praising. No, that also. You have to drop the ownership of your pain. Then it will be removed from the source. I repeat this part because there is a big misunderstanding there. Your problem will not be solved by spirituality, but the issue will be uprooted. Once you walk the path, raise your vibration and Dhyan Agni, it will be roasted and burned and it will be removed permanently. But if you don't want to take that thing, pain, nothing will happen. And both the results you have to surrender, good and bad together. I used to take Babaji is experiencing through me. Even the bad thing is happening. There are people who are taking my advantage and doing harm to me and my family. Yeah. I surrendered that to Babaji. Babaji is saying, leave it to me. I will take care of that. And he is doing it. Okay. There is no reason for me not to trust Babaji.
Yes.
I'm saying the tips, how I go through. Life is like that. Good and bad is a head and tail, both sides of the same coin. So definitely some bad thing will also happen. We have to accept that and surrender that too. What I call it, you don't claim the problem is yours. Leave it to Babaji. If you want me to experience this, well, okay. Or in my case, I'm saying you are experiencing through me. You are facing the pain. I'm just living a life. I surrendered myself. Rajdeep doesn't exist. And it is easy to say, but you have to truly live that, particularly in the challenging times. It is difficult. But when you do that, you elevate yourself. Then no matter pain and frustration and those things cannot touch you. You see the purity and divinity in everything, and you operate from pure love. Only what is your responsibility to save you from that poor me syndrome, because it will raise your vibration down.
Yes.
You surrender. It's up to you. Yeah. Okay. So that is the way you can sail through everything. At the end of the life, you will see when you look back, it is worth it. Okay. It is worth it overall. I'm not saying every day will be fine. When we are climbing a mountain, then after 1 kilometer of walk, we'll feel tired. We cannot move your leg and we need to drink water and sweating and this and that or all those things. It's painful. Yeah. But you have to keep walking. We cannot go down and saying that it's too much painful. Yes, it is. But at the end of the journey, you have the reward. So you have to keep moving, no matter what the things and minor things here and there is happening. Yeah? Only thing we don't do take ownership of that. It's all yours, all yours. Ye bhi tumhara, wo bhi tumhara. Like that. So you have to go into that mode seriously, not to, please or not to pretend anything. You have to truly live that so that when you come out from the other side, you are pure. Like heat is needed to purify. You have to undergo the heat of life. You come out the clean, the purity. You see the Guru Purnima message Babaji sent to me through Vidya.
Yes.
Why? I don't know whether you noticed or not. One place is Babaji mentioned you are spotless. Yeah.
Yes, about you are pure soul.
Yeah. Yeah. So how come it becomes spotless? My life, if you say the external is not spotless, I have my issues, problems and things like that. How come that? That means those are also surrendered. Okay, those are also lit up. Yes, there are ups and downs, but those are all under the light of awareness. And you are operating from pure love. There is no personal interest involved. There is no contamination there. That's why you become spotless. All your aura, all your cell are lit up. That's why you become spotless. Not because that, you don't have any challenges and you don't have to pay the electricity bill. No, you have to do. Yeah, some people will abuse you. Some people will cheat you. Those things will be there, but those are not the criteria. If you operate that purity, you will live that purity, and that will take you to the ultimate, reaching the ultimate goal of the, spiritual thing and your towards moksha, ultimate liberation. Okay, all right.
And Guruji, feeling grateful that I'm so much grateful that comes from my ego mind, or that is genuinely coming from this ego mind.
It's a difficult to judge, but my advice is just be grateful for nothing.
Okay.
Develop. Means once we practice 21 days, it becomes internalized. Habitually, we say thank you. Okay. And initially, there will be resistance. Your mind, your logical mind will say, what is there, to be happy about? All are wrong things are happening. Yeah. Like many people, say, sometimes jokingly, of course, they say good morning. So they say, what is good about this morning? Okay. Because they don't see it. There's all problems. So see, the way you look at it, it is, the world is the way it is. There is no such thing, good and bad. It is the way it is. So if there is a stone, you have to flow, just bypassing the stone. You need not to fight with the stone. Yeah. Like that. So those are there to create the variation in life, and we have to accept that variation and move forward. So make our way forward, find out the path and move forward. So that's what it is. So it is, even though it appears to be your ego or not ego, doesn't matter. You surrender even that. Okay. And what the masters, how they deal with it, they live in the moment. Every moment, they don't bother about what happened in the past and worry about the future. They're in the moment. In the moment, they give whatever, with the purity they offer. Amar Jyoti ji says still stronger things. Yeah. Amar Jyoti ji says not only your intention and thinking surrender. The base level of Anjali, you offer something. That is your breath. Each breath, you offer
Yes.
it to the divine. That is highest level of living. Okay, because even your breath, yeah, which you need to be alive, that each breath you are surrendering it to divine. So Prabhu Tera Charan mein ye bhi. Okay, so that is the highest level of surrender. Then you don't have anything to claim that this is mine or you are suffering or good, bad, and all those things. Yeah. When we change that internally, then things will happen. Manifestation will happen. Synchronicity will happen. Okay, many things will automatically happen. Most of the time, it may not be the way we want, but it will happen the way it should be. What is in our best interest, that will happen. So we have to just trust the divine and surrender ourselves.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Om Mangalam. Okay, Nego.
Yeah, Rajdeep, you said it earlier also in many other sessions that a person vibrating 250 minus is in negative territory, 250 above 250 is positive territory, and 500 and beyond is a very high level category.
11 hour.
Yeah. So now my question is this. It's a mathematical question rather. 250 is below 250 is negative territory, and there is the one territory, some territory which is below zero also. So what is that territory?
No, it is not. The vibration cannot be zero. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's called alpha point and omega point. See, that is theoretical. It is not possible to go there. Like vibrationally, zero vibration not possible. And infinite vibration is also not possible. Those are imaginary things. So only that 250, what is in the, basically actually it is logarithmic scale. So yeah, so but zero is not possible. It means possible theoretically, mathematically, but not physically. Okay, like some volume is zero, not possible physically. Same here, like you cannot achieve that. An infinite volume is also not possible. The same here, you can high, low, and different scale, but you cannot go to the two extreme. So, but this to now let me answer your question. It is not about the mathematical negative. It is about which can, we are talking about the manifestation. Let me answer manifestation wise. The vibration where no manifestation is the threshold of that, from where manifestation starts, that is 250. Below that, manifestation not possible. Okay. If you vibrate lower than 250, the manifestation is not possible. That's why it is saying negative. But theoretically saying, mathematically saying, those are also some event, which is our soul belongs to that level. Means whether it is a 2, 3 or so-called your negative value, even the physically not possible, theoretically possible. Those are all coming under non-manifestation range. Okay, so like suppose you have a graph. Suppose what is called x is equal to 2. It is a parallel line with the y-axis. No? X is equal to 2. You say x is equal to 2, right side is positive and left side is negative. That's how a graph is defined. Okay, so think that the 250 is that vertical line. One zone is on the left side, another zone is the right side. So right side is the manifesting vibrations and left side is non-manifesting vibration. Let it go cross zero, doesn't matter. But those are all non-manifesting vibrations. Okay. So
Okay.
that answers your...
Yeah. Thank you so much. Achha, Rajdeep, just I just want to ask that name of the book. regarding
Power
vibration.
versus force. Power versus force by
Power
Dr. David Hawkins.
Dr.
By
David.
Dr. David Hawkins. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it is this 40 years of research, 40 or 30, it doesn't matter. Years of research, and this is there. It is, but he call it personal vibrational field, PVF.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that little bit modified by our Guruji Pragyanand called PEVF, personal energetic vibration field. Those are mostly similar.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I was referring. I was I was not able to remember the name of the book because I wanted to refer the book to my son, who is nowadays reading this type of book. So that's why.
So just no, that's fine. Just note down the author. That is more important. Because
David
power force, there may be many. Dr. David Hawkins. You know the Stephen Hawkins is the another scientist. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Stephen Hawkins. It is David Hawkins. Doctor. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. All right. Okay. God bless you. Okay. Hari Om.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam.
Now, Guruji, for manifestation, we need to increase our vibration. So once we do the 108 stomach breathing, in an average person, how much level we reach by, say, after 108?
You jump minimum 2 scale higher. Scale means the zone.
Okay.
Like we call it 250 is a neutral. So below 250 there is one zone. Then 250 to 499 one. Then 500 to 600 another, 600 to 700 another, and all those things. When you do that, you jump 2 stages higher.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you continue to do that, it will keep on increasing.
Continue means we go beyond 108.
100,000, all possible, only through stomach breathing. Suppose instead of 108, you don't stop there.
Okay.
Okay. You are doing 500 or 1,000. Okay. You will go at very high level. People, I'm just don't experiment without presence of a master. And just saying, because you cannot control that in this case. But just for, as you asked the question, let me do that. It has happened that only by doing this stomach breathing, yeah, very fast and very, very high numbers, they go to see their past lives. Okay. Start and seeing the past lives somebody got to the animal life and they start behaving like that animal. Like a sheep, started doing that. Right. Because they reached there. And it's possible. All are vibrationally available. Okay, you go there past lives. You can, in the naked eye, you can see that in the trees, the chlorophyll, how they are, they're absorbing the sunlight energy and converted into that. You can see by naked eye. Right. You can see how blood is flowing in the body in the naked eye.
Right.
We have discussed about the psychic surgery by Reverend Alex Orbito.
Correct.
He vibrate that level. He can, by naked eye, he can see what is going on inside your body. Forget about the blood flow and all. He can see energetically the negative things as well. Where the blocks of energies are, he used to remove that energy. That is psychic surgery. How we can see that? Yeah, just the vibration. So if you do just stomach breathing, raise your vibration to that level, you will be able to have all those. It's called siddhi. You can get different type of siddhi only by raising the vibration this way.
Right.
Yeah, but there is something called your inherent vibration. Our inherent reaching some vibration is not a problem. Yeah, but holding there is the issue.
Sustaining, right.
Sustaining it. So you can have that experience, we call satori, temporarily, and it will come down. Again, you come down. But on those cases, all the siddhis, you will get it. It's possible you touch upon something, you will have a touch upon ability to fly. Yeah? It's all possible. I'm not joking. It's all possible. So all these kind of things are possible, and that is all by just a vibration. So all these supernatural abilities, a clairvoyant, clairaudience, things will open up if you touch upon those vibrations.
So this intention, right, Guruji. Now, so this intention of getting self-realized or connecting with our higher self, one should do after 108 stomach breathing or at the end of the meditation?
No, during meditation. Any implementation happens during meditation. Okay, suppose you are practicing stomach breathing. That is the time you are just building it up, but no effect. Then you stop for meditation. That is the time it will get manifested. Okay, so during the course of that journey, it will not happen. But see, effect needs to come where cell is actually reached to that vibration. So while breathing, cell will not reach to that vibration. It will happen when you stop putting it more, then it will vibrate that level. Okay. And that is the time you will attract those experiences. Not during the process. It is during the meditation, which followed by the process, then all those things will happen. That's why we say it is a mandatory to meditate after you stomach breathing.
Right.
Okay. And not only stomach breathing, it can happen many other ways. By sound, like a sound bowl or, the chimes and pipes, it's all possible to reach to the higher level of vibration. It is possible if you come into close contact with any master who is already vibrating high. And that, of course, if there's a master gives you a holy hug, you instantly go to that level. What master is vibrating. Like that. If there are many ways that vibration can be done. If the master gives you Shakti Path, okay, then also your vibration will go up. Instantly it goes up. So these are the many ways you can have that.
Guruji, now this is for the spiritualistic aims. Now suppose somebody wants to have a bigger house or wants a grandchild or a son or a daughter, whatever. So for manifestation of that, will that form part of karma?
No. See, the idea is what I'm saying is put your intention to your soul. Then there is no question of karma binding.
Okay.
You are requesting the soul, please bless me with a grandchild, and leave it to the soul to decide.
Okay.
But on the other way around, suppose you, on your own, you decided, by next year I will have a grandchild. That didn't happen. Then you are giving that, what the hell it is, I did ask for it, and then you will definitely bind karma. Okay. Because you are not leaving it to the soul. Yeah? You are taking it, I deserve more, and then you will bind karma. So it depends, like a same event, but the way I explain it, I call it your intention matters. At the time of asking, what was your intention? If it is a love and gratitude, then no karma. But same thing, if it is your ego, why not me, and I deserve more, what's wrong I have done, or so-and-so has got it, why not me? And then you will bind karma. Because you came down to the mind level. It is your gratification speaking, not your intention. You expected something that didn't happen. That's why you're, complaining to the God. Okay, so in that case, you will bind karma. You leave it there. Yeah, but there is nothing wrong to answer your question. While requesting it, it will not bind karma. However, result, you leave it to divine.
Right.
Let what is in my best interest, let that happen. You decide, not me. Okay.
Now, Guruji, there are many places which are famous for granting a boon. You go to a particular place, it is famous that whosoever goes, he goes and asks you request for something, it gets manifested.
Yeah.
What is the logic for that? Like there is a mandir in, I believe in Hyderabad, which is called Visa Temple. If anybody who is not getting a visa, you go there and your visa is granted. So just giving you that example, that how does these things then, are they correct or what is the logic behind it?
Well, this particular temple, I don't know. I don't have personal knowledge, but I can explain you how these kind of things may happen. Okay.
Correct.
It is about, these are all Shakti Sthal. They're a high vibrational place.
Okay.
So, as I explained earlier, so in there you put an intention, then your manifestation will much faster. And as you are entering into that space, by induction, your own vibration will go high. And with the devotion, if you can ask for it, most likely it will be granted. Just for our example, I'm just giving our own example. The same thing we do for, the full moon meditation and all, we do manifest, no? So how do we do it? Our group energy, we go higher, and connect with the celestial body, a vibration, and we create the field, which we call Tathastu field of Babaji, where Babaji gives Tathastu. What is this? It is just basically a very high level vibrational field. So we bring everybody into that field. So whatever their intentions, that get manifested. Okay, that is how it works. So it can, if there is a master can create, basically invite blessings of the higher dimensional masters, like in our case, Babaji. And also it is possible if there is a place and there is a deity and thing like worshipped every day, that natural vibration is high. So if you enter into that, you come to that level and their intention will get manifest faster. Yes, possible.
Right, Guruji. Thank you so much. So much of clarity.
Right. Okay. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. So, Indranilda.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I have a couple of doubts. Can we assume that what is material is not spiritual and vice versa?
Okay, not necessarily. Materials are the physically manifested versions of whatever in the energy thing earlier. Only difference, what earlier I think in the middle, in the original questions I was explaining, that material things are already manifested. It was somebody's intention. Earlier it happened. Suppose there is a house, a building. Okay, you entered for the first time. But when the house was built by somebody,
Correct.
So earlier somebody's intention has been manifested in the form of a house. Maybe 10, 50 years back. Okay.
Yes.
But now you want something, so that is your your intention that will be manifested. So physical reality is a past manifestations. And whatever you are looking for, you want something, that is the future manifestations. So it doesn't matter who was involved in manifesting it. The physical reality is already manifested by the previous intention by somebody else, or maybe yourself. It's quite possible.
Right.
And whatever is unmanifested, yet to be manifested, those are your intentions that will be manifested in future. So it is not energetically, these are all, both sides of the same coin. But in the physical reality, something is in the subtle level, not manifested. That's what you think it is spiritual. And which is already manifested, you think it is not spiritual. That is not the truth. Okay. Those are also at one point of time, it was a spiritual level or energy level. It got manifested. Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is when you mentioned that prayer towards manifestation. Now, if it is something connected with the soul, it happens easier.
Correct.
But anything else, there is an element of selfishness. So anything else other than the soul can only be materialistic. Is that correct?
No. It can be
No?
something spiritual in nature also. Like you wanted to get enlightened. There is no materialistic thing.
Huh.
You wanted to walk the path. You wanted to have some kind of siddhi. Like,
Right.
different side of siddhi. Just for, in my, just I'm sharing, in my Nadi reading, no?
Mm.
It has been written that I will have, if I stay in spiritual path, I will have Bhak Siddhi. Means whatever I'll say, it will happen.
Oh.
Okay. So
Mm.
in my case, it is there. Only condition is I need to continue the spiritual thing. Okay. So
Okay.
but suppose you want Bhak Siddhi. It is not materialistic thing.
Okay.
Okay. You want that and you are praying for it. You give me the Bhak Siddhi. Yeah. Bhak Siddhi itself is neither good nor bad.
Right.
But how you use the power, that will determine that whether it is a good thing you are manifesting or bad thing you are manifesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So not necessarily materialistic.
No. Intention can be anything. Only thing it should be related to your life.
Okay.
Okay, that is in your case. That is the individual case. But in the middle, I also explained that what is the difference between the normal people and a master? Master go into the mass level. Means they don't do it for them. The starting point of the master is at least they will do for somebody else, not himself.
Right.
Okay, that is the masterly. And then hire the master, they have that power. They can invoke that energy from maybe 10, 20, 100, 500, 1,000, the lakh million people at one go. It's possible for them.
Okay. Thank you. The second question is, you talked about expectations and reality. Happiness is inversely proportional to expectation, right? Now, what about those people? Does that mean one should have a low ambition? What about those people who have set their sights very high and manifested accordingly?
Yeah.
What is your thought on that?
Yeah. See, anything so-called, say, ambition, if you follow the principle of no harm to anything or anyone, what is my teaching, then there is nothing wrong to go into the higher level. Okay.
Okay.
You can intend that I wanted to be this and that and all those things. In the intention, the purity element is involved to see that whether it will be the spiritual or it will be egoistic. Okay. A selfish motive. Okay. Then most likely it will not materialize.
Okay.
If it is aligned, suppose you want more money, but your intent is to help more people. That means you are aligned with the divine principle, right?
Okay.
You are asking for more money. I need wealth. But your inherent intention is not to buy a yacht. Okay. You have to help others. Maybe some people, their education, you wanted to have something or donate to orphanage or whatever. Some extent. I'm not saying everything. Then those kinds of things are fully aligned with the divine principles. But in the other case, it is not. Okay. So it depends. That's what I say. Your intention matters here, not what you are asking. What is the intention behind it? That makes it the which quality it will fall into.
Got it. So can be materialistic or non-materialistic?
Anything. But your intention matters. That what is your intention behind it?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. I think if there is no further question, so we'll conclude our session today. So we'll have some, let's say 3 Om chanting, and then we'll do Shanti Path. Okay.